Hey, Fit Fam, it's your girl, Olandina Ballant, and I am the Fitter Woman. Tonight is the final installment of our love, and well, not the final installment of the Love Initiative, but it's the final installment of the Journey of Love. But we've only just begun. Tonight, we're going to be talking about agape, which is universal love, and we're also going to be talking about philautia, which is that self-love. And tonight I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to begin loving yourself, which is something that we are very hard on ourselves. We really don't know how to love ourselves. We hear it a lot, but how many of you know how to do it? I'm still learning. So Fit Fam, be bigger, be fitter, be stronger. Stay tuned, and I'll be right back. My name is Orlandina Ballant, and I am the Fitter Woman. I'm an educator, motivator, professional bodybuilder. I am the People's Health Coach, here to help you to become your best selves. And this is Muscles and Stilettos.
I am Wonder Woman, a wonder of a woman, a creature so fearfully and wonderfully made that even my creator had to sit back and say, "Ooh, man." An amazing Amazon, protected to all. Hell hath not the fury that I can unleash, should I or my loved ones be scorned. Mother Earth, growing potential thoughts, potential ideas, birthing those ready to be born and those ready to be reborn.
All right, fam, I'm back. What's going on? Let's kick it with the Joneses. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me. Tonight, we talking about love. Guys, you gotta follow. Hi, Judith. How are you? Guys, gotta follow. Let's kick it with the Joneses. That is fam for real, for real, for real, for real. They are just a great family. You want to see a good, nice family just having fun. Just kicking it and literally kicking it and just having a good time. Fam, I'm with you. I know about the loss in your family, and I'm really sorry to hear that, but my prayers are with you. And I hope, just stay strong in it. I got you. You need anything, you let me know. So fam, for the month of February, we've been journeying through the different forms of love. And there are 8 different forms of love. And so we've kind of gone through every week, spoken about 2. We spoke about Eros, which is erotic love, which is what we primarily celebrate Valentine's Day. But the whole idea of this love initiative was to show and explain that love happens in so many different forms. It's not just romantic love. So we have romantic love or erotic. That's the one that you're like, ooh, he or she is just so fun, right? Then we have philia, which is affectionate love, right? And philia is more of that team, your gang, your people, my ride or die, my crew. That's that kind of love. Then you have storge or familial love. That's between family members, mother and children, father and children, right? Then you have ludus or playful love. We spoke about that last week, and we spoke about how to flirt. There's an art to being a flirt. There's an art to flirtation. And it's not about you being loose or you being too carefree, but it's all about you being playful and just showing that other side of you. Then there's mania, obsession. We don't want that. But we spoke about how to, last week we spoke about not just seeing obsessive qualities in other people, but how to see those qualities within ourselves. Because a lot of times we don't realize that we are being that obsessive person. And a lot of times we become obsessed about others because we don't realize what we bring to the table. We are dependent on them. We are making our world completely centers around them. And when they remove themselves, now we just lose it. So one of the things, if you start identifying or start seeing that you have these obsessive traits, begin focusing on you. And tonight we're going to talk about how to do that, because you hear it a lot. Love on yourself. Be good to yourself. Okay, well, what does that mean? What does that look like? Then there's pragma, that enduring love. Let's kick it with the Joneses. That's you, Verdell. That's you and Jeremiah. That's pragma, enduring love. That's that love that goes beyond That's right. That's that for your man. Yeah. That's what it is. You guys have pragma. That's that love that has gone and superseded, yes, the romantic love, all of this. That is the love that has withstood the test of time. You're the people that people go to, like, how do you do it? And they're coming to you for words of wisdom. That's pragma. We don't see that often, unfortunately, because people are so quick to throw in the towel. And it's unfortunate but that is right there. That's that upper level kind of love. And tonight we're going to talk about the final two: self-love and selfless love. Self-love and selfless love. So I got to play my Lose Your Love by Mr. Melee. That has been the theme song. Mr. Melee, I came to him one day and I was like, can I use your song Lose Your Love for the theme song for this love initiative? He says, you got it. He gave it to us to use, and I'm just so honored. Right there, agape, selfless love. Because he said when we wrote this song, when he and Johnny Will wrote this song, it was all about spreading love. And for me to ask that, it was just synchronicity, right? So we're going to be playing that in the background, just all kinds of love songs. So I was researching love. I'm always researching love, and I think it's just an amazing thing. I came across this quote. Listen to this one, because tonight we're talking about agape and philautia. So it says here, I got to find this quote. I found this on Francisca Correa, Tres Tipos de Amor. Yes, I speak a little Spanish, but don't come at you guys speak más despacio, por favor, right? So he says, love is the most tangible abstraction of all. It is a force that influences most of the decisions that we make throughout life. Everyone seems to crave romantic love, but few realize that romantic love is a modern concept. There are 3 different types of love, and these were defined by the Greeks thousands of years ago. Each type of love has its own qualities. But by trying to achieve romantic love, we also take the risk of neglecting the other types of love that are more accessible and especially in the long term can be more fulfilling and satisfying, because that romantic love only involves one aspect of our lives. But when you look at other areas, now you're talking about a fully well-rounded person truly understanding what love is. So they are 7 types of love, which is what we went through as defined by the Greeks, but he himself took on 3, right? So we're going to just look at 2. Philautia. Philautia is self-love. The Greeks recognized 2 types of philautia. Positive one, with the ones with high esteem, you have high self-esteem, you love yourself, you're confident. And then there's the negative one. That's the one that is filled with self-pity and narcissism and arrogance and selfishness. We know both people, and maybe sometimes we act like that ourselves. See, like when I'm talking about these things, I don't want to point the finger and be like, yeah, it's somebody else. Sometimes it's us being in that way. All right. So sometimes we are confident. We have that self-love and we're walking around because when you're confident, you just want to do nothing else but uplift others. But when you lack confidence, you do nothing but bring people down. You're narcissistic, you puffing your chest out. I'm the woman, I'm the man, and you have nothing left to learn. Not good. Now, there's a story, I'm sure you guys heard this in school. The story of the Greek god Narcissus is a great example of negative. We know that of negative philautia. We know that he became so obsessed with his own reflection that he fell into a lake and drowned. Because you remember, he saw his reflection. He's like, oh, you're so beautiful. But it meant he became so zoned in on himself. He did not see those around him or the dangers that surround him. When you have self-esteem, when you have self-compassion, meaning you love yourself unconditionally, it's not about being so introspective like narcissists that you no longer see anybody else, right? You've been so focused, you got blinders on. It's great to be introspective. It's great to take time and step out of your everyday to take time and focus on yourself. But you can't be like those monks who remove themselves so much from society that when they step back in, they don't even know how to navigate. They don't even know how to deal with people and work with people, right? So you have to, it's all about being self-aware. It's self-love is about being self-aware, developing a sense of worth and a purpose in the world in a non-selfish manner. Being aware of yourself in relation to others. Being aware of how you move in relation to others. So, in other words, Aristotle's, Aristoteles, he said, all friendly feelings towards others is an extension of one's feelings towards themselves. Hey, Demetrius, how you doing? So today we're talking about philautia, which is self-love, and agape, which is selfless love. So we just finished identifying the positive aspects of self-love and the negative aspects. Positive aspects of self-love says that we can be confident, we are compassionate with ourselves, and the negative aspect of philautia or self-love leads us to be narcissistic, arrogant, and selfish. So when you are dealing with philautia, it's a time of introspection. But it's great when you take that introspectiveness and pour it outwards and you begin to reconnect with others. Where it becomes detrimental is you become so introspective or become so withdrawn that you remove yourself and disconnect from others. Philautia. So today I want to talk about 10 different ways to begin to love yourself. 10 different ways. And Demetrius, you can chime in, jump in. Let's kick it with the Joneses. Chime in, jump in. This is not about me. This is about us learning as a people, us learning as a journey. Because like I said, I'm reading, and I'm just like, yo, this is dope. How do you, just to come up with these concepts of love? I never looked at love in that way. So to see it is very eye-opening. As you can see, I've become woke, right? So with philautia, there are 10 ways to get to know yourself. Okay. So one way to get to know yourself, I'm pulling this up for you guys because I was just like, yo, it's things that you know, but you kind of ignore. But number one, I got this from theeverygirl.com. This is where I'm getting these top 10 ways. So if you want to go and research it and look it up and just kind of earmark it so you have it, theeverygirl.com, ways to love yourself more. The first thing they suggest, which I thought was nice, get to know yourself. Get to know who you are. So they gave the example as, you have been with yourself every second since you were born, right? How many of you know who you are? Hey, Jessica. Hi, beautiful. How you doing? So let me just introduce y'all. I always like doing this. Let's Kick with the Joneses. It's the awesome family show that you can follow them on YouTube. Let me tell you, they have great discussions, serious discussions, silly discussions. One of the ones that stick to mind, Scary Santa. That's all I got to say, Scary Santa. Demetrius owns Journey Fitness. Let me tell y'all, you want to know about nutrition, you want to know how your body reacts to food, go see my homegirl, Demetrius. She's fabulous, just beautiful spirit. Jessica Medina, let me tell y'all, she's a talented sister right here. You got to follow her. I've seen, because you guys know I do spoken word. So she's in that world. She's in my world. So I think it's just absolutely great. I don't even know what this is. What just happened? Hold on, y'all. I'm talking. Hey, girl, how you doing? So you guys got to check her out and see. I believe you do some lives, right? So definitely check her out. So today, Jessica, we're talking about 10 ways to show love for ourselves, because we hear about it all the time. Love yourself, love yourself. Well, how do I do that? I think I'm doing it, but how do I do it? So I found this blog called theeverygirl.com, and I thought they nailed it. So the first way to begin to show yourself, to love yourself, is get to know who you are. You were born within your skin. You were born with the temple from day one. How well do you know yourself? How well do you truly know what you want, what you don't want? I always use the analogy of being the CEO of a corporation, right? When you're the CEO of a corporation, before anybody steps into your organization, you take them, you flip them upside down, you see what they got, you look at their resume, who do you work with, you do background and the background of a background and the background of a background, right? And you have your mission statement, you've got your standards, they come in. Do you do that for yourself? Have you set standards for yourself? Do you know how beautiful you are? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you like? Do you know what you don't like? Or have you absorbed the likes and dislikes of those around you? Right? There's a scene in I think The Runaway Bride, I think that's what it was called, with Julia Roberts. And she talks about, I don't even know what kind of eggs I like. Because she used to take on the eggs of the men that she was dating or engaged to. What do you like? Get to know yourself so that when you say, no, I don't like that. I always like to say, I want what I want. And because I know what I want. So know what you want, know who you are. And it begins by knowing, getting to know yourself. If you got to sit down and say, I did an activity where I had to write characteristics that I like about myself, my personality, what I like about my physical appearance, what I like about my talent, my attitude, my spirit, to sit down and write this out. We're so quick to judge ourselves in a negative light that when it comes to writing something positive, you're kind of hesitant. No, honey, brag about yourself. Brag about who you are. Love yourself. Number one, get to know yourself. Number two, talk to yourself as a child. What does that mean? How do we talk to children? We're very gentle. No, sweetie, that's not how you do it. Oh, you drop that? Okay, baby. Let's clean it up together. You're very gentle with children, right? But when you make a mistake, I'm stupid. I'm ugly. I deserve that. I deserve that. No, be gentle with yourself. You're human. You're going to go through phases in your life where you're going to be like, yeah, you just ride it. And then other times where you're going to tumble, you're going to fall, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be in the spring from my book, Seasons of Her. When you're in the spring season of your life, you're learning who you are, you're learning what you want, and you're kind of toddling around like a little toddler, bumping into things, making mistakes. Don't be rough with yourself. Talk to yourself as a child. It's okay, hon. Tomorrow. It's okay. I will do it again. I fell off. I'm going to get back in. Be gentle with yourself. Okay. That's number two. I'm getting these from everygirl.com. Tag them if you want. All right. Everygirl.com. The next thing is, after you're getting to know yourself, the next thing is, and talking to yourself as a child, forgive yourself. No words, no problem. You're Demetrius, dear John. Demetrius had to just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Just let the phone go, sis. Let it go. Okay. The next thing is to forgive yourself. Like I said, you have setbacks and it happens. You are human. I have setbacks. I'm human, and I have to tell myself it's okay. There is another day, right? Hey, Amberly Life. How you doing? Amberly Life. How you doing? So today we're talking about the 10 ways to begin loving ourselves, because we hear love yourself, but we don't know exactly how to start, right? Is that Miss Renee? Is that Amber, Miss Renee? Hey, how you doing? So we spoke about 3 ways so far. 1, get to know yourself. 2, talk to yourself as if you're a child. Be gentle. Right now we're talking about 3, forgiving ourselves. We make mistakes. We are human. It is okay. Right? It is okay to make those mistakes. It is okay to forgive yourself of your errors, because that's what they're for. Errors are there for you to learn from. They're not there to continuously punish yourself. Mea culpa, mea culpa. No, we ain't doing that. We're not about that life. I made a mistake. Own your shit, though. Own your shit. And I'm sorry, I don't usually curse, but own it. Because when you make a mistake, own it. There's so much power in owning your errors and owning your hand in your errors. Do you know why? When you accept your errors and you accept your mistakes and you understand your hand in it, now you say, okay, I did this. That means I can learn from it and move forward in another light and move forward in a different way. So when you make mistakes, accept it, own it, but don't ride and dribble in it. Oh my God, I deserve. No. I made a mistake. This is what I needed to learn from my mistake. Now I'm going to use my mistake as a stepping stone. Hey, beautiful. It's so nice for you to join us. Margie, if you want to comment, please, girl, because I heard you. I saw that post the other day about loving ourselves. And this is what it is today. Today, we're talking about the 10 ways to begin to love ourselves. One, getting to know who we truly are, right? Two, talking to ourselves as if we are children. Be gentle with ourselves, forgiving ourselves. And now we're walking into number four. Treat yourself like you treat your loved ones. Treat yourselves as you treat your friends. Treat yourselves like you treat your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wives, your children. We treat other people. Some of us treat our cars better than we treat ourselves. Treat yourselves the way you treat others, because that is how you need to be treated, right? How I treat myself actually sets the roadmap of how other people are going to treat me. So if I'm disrespectful to myself, if I don't love myself, how am I going to tell somebody this is how I want to be loved? My dear, we are all students and we are all listening. Thank you, my love. Thank you. We are all, listen, as I'm researching, I'm learning. That's why I have to share. And not because I've reached this epitome, this status that I know it all. I do not. I do not know it all. I learn, I spread. Yes, I learn, I share. That's it. I'm a student too. I'm sitting at the feet and learning, and I'm just sharing with my friends, sharing with my people, right? Yes, we have to be good to ourselves. Now, this one right here, girl, ladies and gentlemen, I am learning this one. Say no when I mean no. Sit on that, because I had to sit in it. And I'm not sitting on making you sit like, it's this pause. Yes, we need this. I'm not sitting on it just because I want it to be this dramatic pause. No. Hey, Mika, how you doing? Say no when you mean no. We were talking, my girls and I, Demetrius, Mika, Shan, we were talking about setting boundaries, right? Verdell, we talk about this all the time. Setting boundaries. When I say no, I mean no. And there are areas in my life when I'm like, no. And you can't move me. I'm like a mountain. Nope, I will not be moved. In other areas of my life, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I want to be nice. Let me tell you something. Woo, that word nice. I don't like that word anymore, because I want to be nice. And in being nice, you end up sacrificing yourself. You put yourself on a little chopping block. No. When you say no, mean no. It is tough saying no, because we feel like we're letting other people down when we say no. We feel like we're letting our children down. We're letting our husbands, our wives down. We're letting our boss down. If we own our own company, we're letting our clients down, right? If you own your own business, you're just giving and giving and giving. We have to set limits. You have to. And it's difficult, but if you don't do that, then if they tread over your threshold, they do it again. And then they come deeper. Next thing you know, they all behind your little boundaries, all up in your space, because we haven't said no. Start with little things, because it's very difficult to say no to the big things. Start with little things. Hey, can you make the mashed potatoes for the next family outing? Meanwhile, you got a ton of things to do. No, I'm sorry, but I can purchase it for you. Right? Your mother-in-law or father-in-law just unexpectedly stops over. Can you prepare this? No, but I can go out and pick up dinner. What would you like? Right? Say it with a smile. And you say it with little things. Say no, set that boundaries, because you are deserving of it. Right? Even dating. If somebody's coming to you and they're talking to you or approaching you in a way where you're not comfortable with it or you don't like it, no, I prefer not to interact in that. If you don't do that in the beginning, it'll continue and continue and continue. And it's okay if they don't like it. They walk off. It's all right. You set that style. Yes, Margie. And for you, you have a I'm going to say husband, but you have a partner, someone that you love. You have a child. Well, he's a young man now. You're an athlete. You're doing so much. So you got to be able to set these boundaries so that people don't encroach on everything that is Margie. Because then you can't be marvelous Margie, right? If they're going over. Hey, Flex, how you doing? Today, we're talking about how to love ourselves. And, a lot of times we hear love yourself, but we don't even know how to start. So today I'm just giving tips on how to just begin to love yourself. We spoke about getting to know ourselves. We spoke about talking to ourselves as if we're children, being gentle, forgiving ourselves, treating ourselves like we treat our loved ones, and we just were sitting in that say no when we mean no. Flex, for you, so much is called of you, so much is asked of you, and we're saying that about all of us. We got to know when to say, okay, that's enough. No. And be okay with that. And even sometimes we feel like we're disappointing other people, but we have to, because if not, you're just exposing yourself. That was number 5. Number 6, care about nutrition, folks. Care about, Margie, it's easy to put up boundaries, but hard to see over the wall sometimes. Wow. That's, yes, ma'am. I received that. Yes. Yes. You put up boundaries, right? And sometimes you build that wall so high, it begins to blind you. Yes, ma'am. So we got to find that balance, right? Margie, how you find that balance? Yes. How do you set that boundary? But yes. How do you set that boundary, but keep that balance so you don't put the blinders up and completely block them? What's up, Taji Fifth? What's up, Cynthia? Hey, guys, we're talking about how to love ourselves. And I like that, Margie. So we spoke about how to love ourselves, and we're on number 5. We were talking about number 4, saying no when we mean no and setting up boundaries. But Margie brought up a good point. But you got to be careful that you don't put up the boundaries so far that you begin to blind, and you put blinders on. You don't get to see over the wall. I love that. Cynthia, look what I'm wearing. No problem, Flex. Nutrition, guys. And I'm not going to go into calories and counting I'm not going into that. Listen, fam, this is this body. I'll talk to you soon. This body is all you have, fam. This is it. There's no extra you sitting in a closet someplace. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Eat well. I'm not telling you eat this many calories, this many cups. Yes. I wonder where I got them from. Pop. If you guys like these earrings, you need to hit up Cynthia. So this is it. This is all you have. Treat it well. Treat your body like you treat your car. Well, some of you, I don't know. Some of you, you treat the car like it's, it's a second closet. So let me say it this way. I always say this is a temple, right? When you walk into any temple, mosque, synagogue, church, right? Anything, you walk in there with reverence. You walk in there, you dress nicely, you smell good. Even if you're dressed down or dressed up, but you walk in there knowing you have to present yourself a certain way. Your prayers, you speak beautiful words. Your hymns, your psalms, you sing beautiful words, right? You give your best self when you are in that space. But when it comes to this body, man, you just throw anything in it, right? Listen, I'm on a run, I'm rushing, I just need to get something real quick. And so you stop by, these fast food restaurants. I'm not going to put any names out there. You stop by the fast food restaurant. You stop by this place, you stop by place, you're consuming all kinds of foods that haven't even been prepared in love. I'd rather you stop by the local Haitian restaurant and just say, hey, give me a plate of rice and beans. At least somebody put some love in there for you, right? Hopefully. When you cook for yourself, or when you eat from somebody that you know they put their love, energy is a lot. Energy says a lot. You don't eat from my mother used to say all the time, "Ou pa manger la kay tout moun." You don't eat from everybody's house, right? Ou pa manger la kay tout moun. That means you don't eat at everybody's house because you don't know what energy they have. Some people you can tell. They're bad energy, you don't eat from them. You go to that restaurant, there's that little spot, you just love the people there because they just know you and they love you, and that's where you eat. This body, you got to take good care of it because it was put on this earth to serve a purpose. And that is your job, to play, to figure out your purpose and share that birth gift. That's what I call it, a birth gift with the world. You were born with that gift. And if you don't take care of that temple, how are you going to share that birth gift with the world? So I always tell people, you just ask yourself one question when it comes to taking care of yourself. Am I honoring my temple? Am I honoring my temple? Let me tell you, when you ask yourself that question, it answers everything. Before you drink that, whatever it is, you ask yourself, am I honoring my temple? Before you eat that whatever, am I honoring my temple? Before you go into a space with somebody, am I honoring my temple? Because that goes with people too. You consume everything. You consume not only what you eat, but you consume what you hear, you consume what you see, right? You consume what you speak too. So be careful, take care of your body, because this is it. There's no extra one in the body, and can't be abusing it. Okay. Number 7. So I said it. I said number 7. Careful what you consume. Be mindful of what you consume. You consume what you hear, you consume what you watch, you consume what you speak. It's not just on your plate. You consume the people around you too. So if you're around a lot of negative people, I always say this, notice that when you're around negative people, they make you tired. Lord, I've even put negaholic, people addicted to negativity. I don't pick up the phone. When my energy is low, I don't pick up the phone for these people. I can't. So you be mindful of that. Number 8, play. Did you guys see that whole last week when I did that whole selfie and I did colors of you? And that's when Cynthia actually sponsored all that jewelry that I was wearing, right? Glamour Girl Gems Online. Check her out. Every day the Sunday before, I just sat and I put the jewelry on and I'm playing and I'm doing selfies and I'm trying different side shots, right? And I'm just playing with it. And I'm going to be like the glamour girls in the models. I'm going to like RuPaul, RuPaul's like smile with your teeth, open your teeth, and trying different shots that I never tried before, because I've never seen myself as a fashion model. So why would I even present myself that way? I told Cynthia, when I saw her last Saturday, I was like, I felt like a little kid playing in my mother's jewelry box. And it was so empowering, right? To see myself in that way and to look at the photos and say, wow, I had a good time. And I'm a beautiful person, right? Thank you. And I love, you are just such a beautiful Margie. And I'm not saying this because you said something, okay? I'm not, but this is what happens. When we do these things and we see ourselves in that way, you really look at yourself and see how beautiful you are. Now you're walking around, as my mother says, she said, you have something to bring to the table too. And it leaves people, it doesn't allow people to mess with you, because now you've played, you're playful. Yes, Cynthia, love the skin that you're in. Have fun with it. Dress up. You want to see somebody dress up? Check out Margie's page, Marvelous V. She has all these wigs, all different colors, all kinds of makeup, and she is just having a good time. These are the things that we need to do. Be playful. That's number 8. Last 2, number 9, keep promises to yourself. If you say, I'm going to go get my nails done, like my sisters and I, we got our nails done today. People say you're going to get your nails done, go get your nails done. I mean, if you're going to cook for yourself tonight, go cook for yourself tonight. Somebody's calling you, it's disrupting you, I'll call you back. Don't wait for other people to keep their promises. Keep promises to yourself. If you say, I'm going to lose weight and this is how I'm going to do it. And I don't want to use just that analogy. I'm going to buy myself a car. Hi, Gabriela. How are you? If you say, I'm going to buy myself a car. Look, you see? Oh, my little love bug is in front. There was a car that I wanted. I saw this car. I was like, I want this car. I want this car. It's a sports car. It's a red sports car. I want this car. And I made a promise to myself, I'm going to get this car. I did my research, I did my homework, and I found the car that I wanted for the price that I wanted, and I love my car. I kept my promise to myself, because too many times I kept saying, no, I'll do the responsible adulting thing and get this car. No, this time I said, I deserve it. I want it. Okay? The last way, the last steps that we can take to begin loving ourselves is become more you. Be you. Be genuinely you. Unconditionally you. Without bars, without walls, be you. And how do you know who you are? Make a list of your positive qualities. 20, at least 20. Make a list of the things that make you you, and be unapologetic about it. A lot of times we don't want to say these positive things because we're afraid we're not going to be humble. Humble means you. Here's an example I always give I tell people, I tell my students especially, there's a difference between being confident and cocky. There's a difference between confident and cocky. Cocky, confident is when you know who you are. You know the skin that you walk in, you know the love that you are, but you also know what you need to continue to learn and what you need to do to continue to build. A cocky person is someone that walks around thinking they know all, see all, are all, and have nothing more to learn. That's cocky. So there's a difference between being cocky and confident. So get to know who you are and love yourself unapologetically. Be your own hype woman, be your own hype man, and know that this is you. So, fam, these are the 10 different ways to begin to love yourself. If you choose 3 of these things, if you choose one of those things, now you're beginning this journey to loving you. And now when they talk about agape, this selfless love, you can't do selfless love if you haven't loved yourself. You can't give it if you don't have it. So begin in you, begin with you, begin by getting to know yourself, talking to yourself, talking to yourself as if you're a child, forgiving yourself, treating others treat you the way you treat others, unless you're treating people nasty. Treat others the way you treat the people that you love. Treat people like you treat your grandma. Gentle, right? Take care of this body, take care of this temple, and play more, be more playful. Don't be so serious all the time. Be a kid, right? Keep promises to yourself and make a list of the qualities that make you you. From there, now you can go on to being agape, and that is just giving love to your community. And guess what, fam? I don't even have to give you the steps for that, because once you begin to love yourself, that is just going to come. It's going to be natural to you. You just want to help people. You want to be altruistic, and you don't have to force it. So I'm going to ask you all that are still online, tell me one thing that you're going to take away tonight. Because again, this is not about me. I'm learning as I'm sharing. What is one thing that you can take away tonight? What do you guys got? One thing, just drop it in the comment. One thing that you can take away tonight. For me, it's I'm gonna be me, unapologetically me. And I'm gonna say no when I mean no. What you saying? Nice, Demetrius. Yes, you want to write 20 things about yourself. You need to write more? Okay. 20 things about yourself. Talk about your character, your personality, your physical appearance, your spirit. Yes. All of that. Enforcing boundaries. Yes, Amber. Being kinder to yourself. Yes. Think of a child. Every time you're about to talk to yourself in a certain way, just say, would I speak like this to a child? Because that completely changes the tone. Please, Demetrius, I can come up with like 50 things about you. Please come up with another 10. 50. Girl, please. You are just a strong woman. I can come up with 10 right now. Strong, beautiful, determined, loving, wise, right? Yes. Amber, look in the mirror and say 5 things that you love about yourself. Yes. I love my freckles. I love my dimples. I love my whatever. I love my scar on my chin that I got when I fell off a bicycle. That's me too. Right? I don't have freckles. I think those are cute though. So guys, that's what I want you guys to do. Just one thing that you walk away with, and take that and ride with it. Rock with it, because that is you. Fam, that's it for tonight. And I want you all to know that we're going to be starting our, I love this. This is our giveaway. We're going to be starting a little bit of love. And I already have sponsors. We have sponsors, Lamont, and I'm going to talk to you guys about them later this week. This is hand sanitizer, but it smells amazing. Amazing. I took one, right? So they have different scents and it doesn't smell like that alcohol scent. So you can use it at the gym. I'll be talking to you guys about that another time. And then Pure Romance already sent some stuff. Yes. So if you guys want to donate to this little box of love, please do. What's going to happen is people are going to nominate someone that they feel is in need of a little bit of love, right? And once they nominate them, We're going to go over it, and we're going to choose from the nominees and then send them a box of love filled with just good stuff that makes anybody feel good. These are unisex box, so if there's male things for men, you can give it to the man in your life. If there's things for women, you can give it to the women of your life. If you are anyone who wants to donate into these boxes, we're giving away 16 boxes this month. 16. So you could just send a sample size of whatever and just think about things that make you feel good. Coffee, tea, lotion, hair balm, whatever it is, gift certificate to a local spa, whatever the case may be. It's all about spreading the love. All right, fam. So, guys, that's it for me tonight. Be bigger, be fitter, be stronger, be unapologetically you. Be unapologetically you, and just love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself like you love a piece of brownie. Love yourself. You know, when you say, oh my God, I love, you close your eyes and you say, I just love, I want you to do that about you. Right? All right, fam. It was great sharing this time with you. Love you. And I'll be back here next week at 8 p.m. Just talking about a little bit of love. Because we're going to have a contest too. If you guys can name this box of love, that's what I've been calling it. Box of love, like box of coffee or box of wine. We need to come up with a name. All right, fam. Good night.